1815, Africa's elephant population is estimated at 7 million. 2015, less than 6% survived, and of the 400,000 African elephants, more than 52% are confined to less than 12.5% of the continent's southern sub-region. Massive wild figs and towering anna trees line the banks of the Limpopo River, the border between South Africa and Botswana. But the predominantly low water level of this river allowed easy access to a bunch of visitors that took a literal meaning to the saying, "The grass is greener on the other side." Unfortunately, these Botswana migrants are not welcome in South Africa, and it's taking thousands of dollars to coax them back to their homeland. But why would someone want to chase away these magnificent creatures? Elephants require massive areas to sustain them, and when they are confined to smaller spaces, they become destructive by debarking trees. This has a devastating effect on forests. To further supplement their diet, they often uproot trees and can destroy a healthy habitat in a very short time.
Look, elephants have been utilizing these trees for centuries, and that's no problem. But as soon as you get restricted areas, like in national parks with fences and your overpopulation, like if we go and look at Tuli, where we've just been on the river now, on the other side, those baobab trees there are just simply devastated. Elephants have been totally overusing them. So you create this imbalance of too many elephants, and then these trees, they come second. This is an international border. So we have Botswana, the Tuli block on that end, with plenty elephants. Then we have this luscious riverine forest on both sides. That side, on the Botswana side, is getting less. But associated with all this, you have a very interesting biodiversity. But this biodiversity, especially on the northern side of the river, is under threat because of the overpopulation of elephants. Now, many elephants have started moving through the river and want to go this side. And there's a pretty serious old military fence here, which in the old days kept them on this end. But these elephants, they figured out, this is a strong 3-layered fence with barbed wire, but they figured out how to break it down and to get through.
The main attraction? The pristine environment of Eendvogelpan, a private wildlife ranch of 4,500 hectares or 11,000 acres that is now fenced in. However, regardless of its healthy veld conditions, this game farm cannot sustain more than 3 to 4 elephants for extended periods. So how did 45 elephants end up in Eendvogelpan?
These guys were busy fencing their farm in, and the elephants so happened to be all caught. And when these guys finished their fencing, they said, "Man, we got 45 elephants that you didn't know about." And that's a problem on this piece of land. You don't want that many elephants. So that's going to affect their whole operation and the biodiversity and the vegetation on that farm big time. Originally, I was contacted about this problem, and they had the permission to come simply shoot these animals. And we then, the organization ERP, Elephants, Rhinos and People, which is a part of the group Elephant.com company, we decided no, there's 100 elephants a day in Africa being killed. And to participate in this is just not on. So we looked at another option and thought that if we bring in a helicopter, it should be able to herd these elephants so that they can come back into this riverine and join the other groups.
Approximately 100 meters of fence is lowered, and helicopter pilot Jana Brits sets up a marker that can be spotted easily from the air. It only takes a few minutes to find the elephants, and Jana coaxes them slowly with the helicopter closer to the gap in the fence. If too much pressure is put on the herd, they might split up, with some staying behind, and those will inevitably be culled. The matriarch leads her herd over the flattened fence and they head towards the border between South Africa and Botswana. Chasing 45 elephants back to their country of origin is a temporary solution, but a more permanent one is pursued to address the regional overpopulation of elephants in southern Africa.
Unfortunately, once you start having private reserves with fences around them, you are compelled to manage and try to mimic nature's laws in a good way. So if there's too many elephants, you're going to have to do something about it. Because as we said earlier, in Africa we're losing elephants at a rate of 100 a day. So wouldn't it be great if we can start moving these overpopulations we have here into some of these countries where the elephants have basically become locally extinct. As long as we can protect them, I think the policy should be move elephants back to where they have been killed out.